All right, my dears, here's the last one in this series, and then you have a really good foundation for most of the things you need to know for Spanish 1. Lesson 10, these are called yo-go verbs, and already that just sounds fun, right? Nah, just kidding. Here we go. So first, let's approach the fact that tener means to have, and we've used this all along. And it's similar to the stem changing verbs, the E to IE stem changing verbs like preferir and querer. But tener, it's a stem changing verb with a bit of a twist. You know, nothing can be too simple. It's going to get the stem change except in the yo form. Here's when things get funky. Tener, in the yo, it's going to end in go, and it's not going to get the stem change. Notice I highlighted the blue, but I didn't do a complete boot. It's more looking like a giant clown shoe here. So we could call it a shoe verb if we want. I don't think anyone else calls it that. But here, for yo, you're not going to say yo tengo. It's going to be yo tengo. Yo go. Yo tengo. Tengo. I have. Now, the rest of the blue shaded area, that's where you're going to do the stem change, right? Just when you thought you were getting the hang of the stem changings, we went and go throw this monkey wrench. I know, right? Annoying. All right, for tú, chop off the ER, still going to add the ES, but now this is in the, not quite a boot, this shoe. So you're going to say, the E is going to change to IE, tienes. It's still an IE stem changing verb. El e usted, that's in the heel of the shoe. So here we're going to say tiene. Now, nosotros, vosotros, phew, we don't have to worry about it. Just leave it alone, and you're going to say nosotros tenemos. Then vosotros tenéis, X mark on the E. And ellos, ustedes, it's in the toe of the shoe, so you're going to say tienen. So this, it's a stem changing verb with the yo-go twist. It kind of reminds me of one of those complicated Starbucks orders. If you've ever gone to Starbucks and you are behind someone who like has a crazy order, like I want a venti latte, extra foam with 2 pumps caramel, 3 pumps cinnamon, whatever it is. This is what yo-go seems like. The yo-go verbs is like, okay, first we got used to ER and IR and regular verbs. Then we threw in stem changing verbs, and now we're doing stem changing verbs with the yo-go twist. I feel like you're one of those complicated coffee orderers. That's what you are, yo-go verbs. So here, some fun right here. This is what yo-go reminds me of, this giant sugary mess. It's a yo-go verb with a stem change twist. Starbucks words. Here's to get a better idea of how tener works. So if I want to say, remember, tener means to have. So if I want to say, I have an older brother. So you're going to say, yo tengo un hermano mayor. And your brother's older, like the mayor would be older than you. Tengo. We have a lot of homework. So we're talking about we, nosotros. That one's outside the boot. Phew. So tenemos mucha tarea. And anytime you see food, you got to call it out. Ellos tienen pizza. So tener means to have. But you also are going to use tener, yo-go verb, Starbucks verb, in certain expressions that normally in English would mean like to be, like am or is or are. For example, if you want to talk about your age, literally translate it in Spanish. You have your age, your years, you aren't the years. So if you want to say like I'm 16 years old, you would say tengo 16 años. So whenever you're expressing age, you have the years. You've earned those years in life. You are not those years. Those years do not define you. You'll be saying that later when you get older. Or whenever you're hungry, you're going to use tener. So when you want to say I'm hungry, you say tengo hambre. Or if you're thirsty, you say tengo sed. Literally translate it, you're saying I have hunger and I have thirst, which I think is perfectly convenient because, you know, the dad jokes and you're like, I'm hungry. And the dads would be like, hi, hungry, I'm Bob. Ha, 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 ha. Well, guess what? In Spanish, that doesn't apply. So those lame dad jokes don't apply here. I'm sure they have others, though. And it continues on. Like, if you want to express that you're sleepy, there's a whole handful of expressions where tener is going to take on the meaning am, is, or are in Spanish. So, like, if you want to say I'm sleepy, you say tengo sueño, which literally in our brain, English brains, means I have sleepy or I have sleepiness. But again, in English, you know the lame dad joke where they're like, I'm sleepy, and hi, sleepy, I'm Doc, the other seven dwarf, or those silly dad jokes. you aren't the sleepiness, you have the sleepiness. So these are just the little things to memorize and just fun things to just kind of see the differences between different languages. Here's another one. If you ever want to say you have to do something, you're obligated, just follow it up with the word que. So if I say yo tengo que estudiar, that you're saying I have to study. Or you have to listen, it would be tienes que escuchar. That que means you got to. So here you go. Go ahead, fill in these blanks with the correct form of tener. I even provided the chart for you to help you out. Let's check them. Gabriela has 3 brothers. So Gabriela tiene 3 hermanos. Again, we're doing this just in the present tense. Past tense, future tense, we'll worry about that later when you advance in Spanish. Alonso and I are hungry. Now, again, we're not going to say somos or estamos. You have the hunger in Spanish. So tenemos hambre. I am cold. Okay, we're not going to say yo soy frío or yo estoy frío. You have the cold in Spanish. So you can say yo tengo frío. The cold isn't going to define you. Number 4, los estudiantes tienen que estudiar más. You're saying the students have to study more. Tener plus que means have to. Number 5, you and your friends. So essentially I'm trying to get you to say you plural, y'all. Tienen comida or tenéis comida? And we're always asking each other at school, do y'all have food? Go food? Go candy? Here's another one that acts like a Starbucks verb. It's the verb venir. Venir means to come. Like if you're asking someone if you're coming to my party. And again, it acts like a stem changing verb. It's an E to IE stem change, like preferir and querer, or like the one we just saw earlier, tener. It's a stem changing verb with the yo-go twist. So here, instead of tengo, we'll say vengo. Now watch out though. Venir is an IR verb. So watch out. It's going to still get a little bit of differences. Instead of tienes, vienes. Instead of tiene, viene. We got this, right? Instead of tenemos, well, this one's going to be venimos, because watch out, it's an IR verb. Instead of tenéis, venís. Instead of tienen, vienen. And what you're saying is like if you're coming somewhere, like you're arriving to a place. So, yo vengo a la fiesta. I'm coming to the party. ¿Tú vienes a la escuela? Are you coming to school? Viene, he or she's coming. Venimos, we come. Y'all come. We're all coming to the parties. But again, this is like a complicated Starbucks order. So, more and more practice. What you're going to do in the first blank, give me the correct form of venir, to come, and then the time. We'll practice some of our numbers and time if you've had practice with that before. I'll give you the first one to help you out. So here we're saying we're coming at 8:15. So venimos is how you conjugate the verb venir. And 8:15, not cuatro, 4:15, 8:15. Go ahead, pause the video and do the rest on your own and come back and check. All right, let's check it out. Tú vienes a las 9:45. Ooh, I was doing the complicated one. So we're saying, are you coming at 8:45? We're really saying 9 minus a quarter. 4:15. Number 3, Anna and Olga vienen a las 9:30. So 9:30. Yo vengo a las 8. I'm coming at 8 o'clock. Notice we didn't say son las or es la. If we say son las 8, that means it is 8 o'clock. Here we're saying at 8 o'clock. Vosotras venís a las 11 menos 10. Ooh, we're saying it's 10 minutes until 11, so essentially 10:50. Marcos viene a las 10:15. I'm really going at it with the cuarto thing. I'm being mean. So I'm trying to say 10:15. Usted viene a las 10:15. Oh gosh, I was feeling devilish. So we're saying quarter till 10. That's going to be 9:45. Old people way of speaking of time. And last one, ustedes vienen a las 10. Y'all are coming at 10. All right, congratulations. You successfully made it through the series. If you need more practice, there's plenty of other resources. And essentially, at the end of the day, it's just about drill, drill, drill.